on Anubis. It never seems to happen. Maybe it will, maybe it won't. We'll find out as we're jumping into Anubis, the sunny shores of the Nile.
Yeah, and if you think this matchup is going to be anything other than spectacular, then you'd be right, because it's going to be awesome. I don't know where I was going with that, so we twisted it back around. And now Hey do start on the CT side, and now I'm in the _Nile, because I'm upset, because I should be starting on the T side.
Told ya, it would happen. We always believed it. And of course, Brandon, we get to start with little tech pause. That's what you love to see, but you don't get to see our faces now, which is good. You get to just look into Anubis, which is a little bit prettier. In CS2 anyway.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I guess, look, for everyone at home, and if you've been living under a rock for the last couple of weeks, it makes sense to kind of identify, look, we are in CS2 now, started the season in CSGO, but now we are here fully fledged in CS2. That means that we are MR12, first to 13, and it's going to be exciting, and there's going to be a lot more action. I feel like retakes are going to be a lot more prominent here, and the value of the pistol round is a lot more important.
Yeah, absolutely. The economy on the CT side is particularly tough as games draw on if you don't get off to that strong start, and that can really set the tone of your match. If your CT half, just you never feel like you get a gun round in, suddenly you blink and you've had like 3 gun rounds in the half, and then you're on the T side and you're not feeling very comfortable. So very important to start off strong with a pistol. Saw a bit of a rebuy, a bit of a swap around of some of the purchases on the CT side. There was a kit there for a moment, but decisions were made. That's a lot of utility on the T side too. Check out what Zia's holding.
Which Zia?
Oh my god, do you see her?
Nice. Yeah, no, there's an awful lot of utility. Is that 3 mollies?
Okay, so I don't actually think there's that much utility. I think it may be that the double Zia is lying to us about the utility. Is that mathematically possible to have that much utility with 2 sets of armor? Quick go, Brandon.
No. Yes? Yeah.
Okay. 800 for the mollies, 300 for the smoke. It's 1,100. Then another 400. So 1,500 in utility. Divide that. Yeah, 800 times 3, 1,600. Therefore, 3 players could invest that much utility.
Yeah.
Wait. No, I stuffed that up. I was ignoring the second Zia, so no, it's not possible.
Yeah, there's also 3 flashbangs.
Yeah, no, I didn't count the bottom one. So.
Oh, okay. No, the answer is no.
No.
Maths. Oh, okay. I'm glad we've gone into that POV rather than seen it from the other end. Guys, it's a family show.
Good Lord.
Right. Observer, you're not helping things here. Okay. Thank you.
Child. Yeah, you can inspect grenades now. That's cool.
Did you see Waldy's tech as we came into the game, just like spinning the bomb round as well? Oh, think about doing it again.
Oh yeah,
it was cooler than this. It was like she was throwing it like around her hands. It was pretty cool.
Yeah, you can like hold. It's the same as the knife, where if you get it in the animation, you can just hold F and it just keeps doing it. If you're doing the pizza spin one, you just keep holding the inspect key and it'll spin forever. It's really cool. Same way with like the deagle and the like knives when they're doing the flips. If you just hold F while you got the spin animation, you're serving up a pizza.
Mamma mia.
I do want to actually talk about Waldy.
Okay.
Well, Waldy and Milo, I feel like that the Finnish duo of this squad was super impressive in some of the previous games, the ones against Galaxy in particular. I know Missy, when she posted that she was leaving the team, said that Waldy was one for the future. So definitely keep an eye on her.
And let's keep an eye on this pistol, because finally we are here. There is a little bit less utility than there was to kick things off. We all got trolled a little bit, but camera smoke coming in. That's going to be a fast A play. And for NIP, they're just playing full retake.
Yeah, no kit though. That's going to make full retake a little trickier, and the flank is being held.
Bomb has been planted.
Zia is ready for them to come around here. And in fact, I think Milo's going to take first contact just to bait Zia in for a nice clean couple of kills. And that's once the dual Beretta's gone. Milo swings to the other. A perfect post plant Astra, though, comes through with a quick kill. AIM gets hers, but it's all now onto Astra. Also over to the Glock at long range, and it does not quite work out for her. ENCE Athena take the pistol.
Honestly, a little bit interested with that retake approach from NIP because they didn't really have a lot of utility in order to get themselves back in the bomb site, relying a lot on contact and relying a lot on splitting through multiple different directions, both CT camera and outside A main. But I feel like if you're going to play full retake on the bomb site, you should have a little piece of extra utility so you can buy the flashbangs and get support for your teammates. I think that was a little bit interesting, to say the least. I think I would have preferred AIM going through the smoke, maybe having a second player there, just in support.
So my Prem teammates love to force on second round CT if you lose, but I think what we've been seeing, particularly from IEM Sydney, which is kind of the biggest event we've seen now of CS2, is that you pretty much always eco on the CT side.
Correct. Yeah, the justification for it, in my opinion, is you get the guns out as soon as possible. You're technically going to go against a bonus round with Galils and MAC-10s. You can already start to reduce damage to the T-side economy. Ooh. AIM's doing a fantastic job of that already with the P2K. Can grab a Galil. This save would be fantastic. I don't think it's going to happen because she's already being hunted, but Manka, oxycet, and Waldy need to be a little bit careful here, specifically Manka, who's currently looking the wrong way.
2 kills to the P2K. That's crazy. I don't... Also, yeah, she's not alive.
P2K coming back into fashion now as well.
Yeah, I've noticed that. I think because the pistols feel very... that's rough at the very tail end. At least the Galil doesn't get recovers. It's still the MAC-10 taken on over. I think the pistol situation is that obviously the Glock feels incredibly strong. There's a lot of very fast plays where you can just want to spam your pistol at the head. It feels less about the kind of slow, methodical USP shots. And I think that's why it's kind of come into fashion.
Yeah, I think the AUG as well is going to be a weapon we're going to be seeing popularized in the next couple of weeks, just because it's easier to hold an angle when you're using the scope weapon. Meanwhile, fast play, but Jenkin will find the opener. Zia drops early. Fantastic nade as well on towards Manka. 50 points of health remaining. The B-bomb site has been kept under lock and key right now, and it might even be inflicting further casualties here.
Yeah, I think that's a CSGO smoke, the one that went in towards Obelisk on the left side there, because it kind of gave a one-way from Glyph. Perhaps it landed a step too low. Amy, spot out a little bit of presence in towards mid. She's still staying active. It's because Astra's made her way over to help out. And Naomi gets the kill. Flashbang is fantastic to set up Astra as well. And Naomi with the follow-up, one by one. The guns come out, and NIP coming in swinging. Elo's found a nice little angle here and does get the kill onto AIM. She wasn't expecting the creep up that close. I think she must have got past that pixel line. But unfortunately, the bomb is in towards middle and very difficult to retrieve.
Got to give a huge shout out to Astra in that round, because she knows she can't let Naomi be isolated in those kills in towards middle. So she throws a flash for not only Naomi to peek, but for herself. We'll run through that smoke. They take the contact together, and it results in Naomi being allowed another opportunity to get a kill in towards middle. 3 in total. It's really well handled. Only 1 death. A single blemish on the record here for NIP. That's so strong after getting the guns out immediately.
Counter-terrorists win.
Oh, saved AK. Yeah, I guess it's all right. It's a little awkward. You're forcing into this round anyway, so it's not too bad to save it over. And in fact, she could drop a Galil, potentially. I wonder if that's the discussion that's currently taking place. Yeah, the Galil goes on over. And you managed to get out something. So yeah, just the right decision, I would say. Feels bad for Manka, though.
Yeah, just on the Deagle. A fast smoke thrown in towards B. That one's thrown as more of a lurk. I'm not sure how effective that is in CS2. It allows you to walk around the left-hand side up towards jail and tuck in, and that's what they're going to go for. Good nades. Qiyarah completely isolated. Zia leads the charge, and in fact, just keeps on going. That is fantastic from Zia. Don't worry about her being an AWPer. She's a Galil pro as well.
Beautiful entries, just 3 out the gate. Given the Galil charges them through, and the Galil feels good in CS2. I think that's something a lot of people are saying, self included. Zia, definitely a fan of it. Not much else you could say. Just strong kills in the entries. NIP caught a little bit slipping there. I don't think they were expecting such a fast-paced play on towards B. And you better be careful.
Clever using that lurk smoke and then exploding off the back of it. Because obviously the lurk smoke is normally used by a player just to creep out and find 1 kill. They're normally on their own. The last thing you expect is an overwhelming amount of utility in towards dark, and then players just flooding all through the smoke in different directions. A really good flashbang that was thrown over the top of the obelisk as well, which isolates that fight on towards Qiyarah. Then the entry path in round the right-hand side is just really sensible.
That's very painful loss for AIM at the end there as well. She wanted to get an exit kill, which she did fine, but they chased her down. If she'd been able to keep that, I think they actually full invest around it. They would have been able to get out 3 rifles comfortably, and instead now they're playing with at least the 2K across the board, so it's not the worst. This is a great start from ENCE.
It's very direct. I think that's what they need to do, especially against a team like NIP. They can't let them... You can't let NIP feel like they've got control of the map at all. You've got to try and suffocate them out of these angles. That's exactly what's being done with this molly, and it results in Waldy finding Naomi early. That's now full space in towards mid. That means that ASTRA now needs to come over with this MP9, and there's a gap all the way over towards A.
That was also the M4. So multiple reasons why it's bad news, but also you can see that's why she wanted to take fights, because she felt the responsibilities on her shoulders with that rifle. Yeah. They're not going to let you get that one back easily, especially with the kit sitting in front of it. Although, I say that, it is allowed to get picked up easily. Not the kit, though. That was like a step too far. Can't reach out and grab kits. Sort of hoover them up with your magnetic shoes. Oh, magnetic head to bullets. ASTRA, good swing. Would have loved to have made that a double.
That's such an awkward fight. And now they're just going to go. MP9 just drops down in like it's nothing. You've also got this push on from Jenkin in towards Temple. Bomb can go down. You know players are in towards dark. That spam nearly cost Waldy her life. They need to progress now further out of this bomb site ends. That's why they're taking space in towards CT, space in towards B main. Sure, you can concede dark, but now you've got other opportunities.
That kit allows some time for NIP. They can wait the smoke. A long flank coming through. Jenkin at long range does the damage, and Qiyarah. Massive double. And I don't think Manka's flank is going to be anticipated, because that is where Jenkin just came from. And the swing comes through, but the defuse is done safely from behind the obelisk. And NIP bounced right back with the force.
That's a really awkward one for Manka. The split decision to make. Do you want to go for this flank play, which is going to take time, or do you want to more tuck in towards CT and try and help your teammates? I just don't think they expected a player immediately to be so close in towards Temple, because the B main player was not looking there whatsoever. It allowed Jenkins to get the kill, allowed the players in dark to scale, and from there you got Manka, who's on full HP. I think you had Waldy, who was just on 10 or 15. Where 1 bullet would do the damage, and from there your flank is completely redundant. That's a really awkward spot for ENCE Athena to be in. But the fact that the money keeps going back and forth and the rounds are being traded, longer term, that's only going to benefit this T side, because there's more ways to earn money here for ENCE.
Another fight in towards mid. Naomi has shown that she's happy to take these. Dancing around this smoke, Manka gets the kill though. And scales quickly. AIM is under so much pressure. Look at the minimap. There is going to be a flank coming through, but all comes down to the timing. It's going to be a little bit late. AIM needs help, and she needs it now. She's removed. ASTRA misses the shot as Manka flies around the corner. There has to be a retake, and I don't think you give this one a look in. Surely not 3 versus 5, but you're already here, and he found 2 kills. Make it 3. You are giving this a look in. Astra's presence is known, so she's a threat in the backlines at any moment, but that threat becomes a lot less when she's the only one to worry about. Shot on through the smoke, doesn't quite connect. A little unfortunate, but she does have to back off.
Yeah, I actually really like the idea of going for the retake there, especially with two players that are so far progressed up A main already and are unknown. A reminder that this is MR12. You need to be going for more of these retakes. You need to post rounds on the board. And if NIP win that retake, they break the bank of ENCE Athena, because it would have been 2 victories in a row for them. ENCE would have been on double loss. It was worth going for. You got to give a lot of credit to, again, the speed of these executes from ENCE Athena and also the coordination. Despite Naomi throwing a molly in towards middle, one came over from the canals and the A side, landed in camera, forced her into an uncomfortable position, and it meant that they were able to get the kills in mid and split effectively. AIM didn't have a chance.
NIP have opted to force around the saved AWP. They got more done with less before, so can't really blame them. Anka's rocking the Krieg, which haven't seen as much as the Org, but I've definitely seen it a few times coming on out. Scopes back in a big way.
I think it's where the spray is a little bit, I think it's got a mind of its own sometimes. So if you buy the Krieg, you know you're going to be tapping. So it almost conditions you into making sure, oh, I better not spray, but just aim for the head and burst fire. Oxycet and Waldy yet again taking space in towards middle. Here comes that fight actually out towards B. NIP are trying to give it to Manka right now, and they will find it. That's a messy spray. Meanwhile, in middle, Waldy will find the AWP of ASTRA, and now Naomi is under significant pressure.
Oh, no head armor. That hurts. Zia has to fall back. A lot of damage done both ways. Milo is able to get the bomb, and Qiyarah falls to Zia. That's big. Their positioning allows them to really reset and go anywhere. With 30 seconds left, going over to B would definitely be the right play, given it's a sole player here with barely any health, but the fast flank isn't going to catch anyone, because everyone's coming through main. What you can do with the MP9? Nothing. Oxycet deals with her. AIM looking for the kill. Nice clean shot. Would have loved that second one. Naomi gets it done. And maybe there's a chance. They're rushing on her and they overwhelm. ENCE 5-2.
I think there again, right at the tail end, is an example of Pika's advantage in CS2 and how teams are playing around it a lot more. I feel like once you know, I think it was either Naomi or Qiyarah. It was one of the twins in Dark. Once you know that she's there, if you're ENCE Athena in a 2v1, in CSGO, you just take the bomb around the other side of the obelisk, you go, okay, let's leave her to it. In CS2, you just wide swing all day long, and you take the head clean off the shoulders, because you get that split second.
Oh, I've got the eco coming through for NIP. Worth reiterating for ENCE, they've yet to pick up a win this season. Obviously, we're in the tail end of the season now, but a win over NIP would actually put them in a position where there's a real outside chance that they could technically maybe get through. I think it comes down to some crazy, like, head-to-head differentials. So I don't know, but there's a chance.
I think for NIP, you look at this match and you see it as a must-win.
Yeah, exactly.
You don't want to leave it up to that bigger keeper game that you've got waiting in the wings. You just want to win here, put the pressure on, make it even more difficult for them. USP brings out a headshot, but it feels like that might be the only one, although 3 players all swing in tandem towards A main. Fortunately for ENCE, they've already evacuated. Moving over towards B, it's a 3-on-3. Why not give this a look in if you're NIP?
Absolutely. Waldy holds the flames for a little bit just to give them time to walk up closer, taking fully advantage of blocking off that avenue as long as possible. Yeah, send in the P2K first. See if you can perhaps get a trade. Flashbang to start things off, but no one in Dark itself. And spun towards CT. That's a great clear from AIM. Hold the phone. There's a world here with just the pistols. They could potentially upset a double swing from CT, though, and it's just enough. But it comes down to a 1v1. A great eco from NIP.
Yeah, really expensive. But I think you start looking at some of these rounds, and the fact they've not been able to pick some of them up is now starting to bite them. ENCE Athena have established quite a dominant lead here in this first half. 6 rounds plays 2. And they've done enough damage economically to the point where NIP still can't afford an AWP. So ASTRA's been relegated to this A1S. If you're NIP, I feel like you need to win this round. Otherwise, the half, and because of how punishing MR12 is, potentially the map is already too far gone.
Nice aggressive posturing. It does mean a little bit... Oh, never mind. AIM. That's huge. Above the smoke. Finds that little bit of a gap. The spam comes through. She has the angle. Gets a 2-piece. And plus all of this control out towards A, towards the canals. Looks like NIP have got this one. But Hilo does get a kill back before she's forced off. Oh, just about dodges the HE. Ready for ASTRA, but ASTRA wins out that duel.
This is hard now if you're ENCE, because you haven't got any control anywhere. You've been pushed down out of A. You've been pushed out of B main because of AIM. You didn't have a player in towards middle, so that feels a little bit unknown. Now, if you're Zia and oxycet, you've just got 50 seconds to try and work this one together. And the first objective would be getting that bomb that is tucked around the corner just outside the B main doorway. But if you establish some presence in towards mid, that's going to cause some rotations, and potentially you could get them moving. But with 30 seconds left, they change their minds. They want to reset back towards B and give this a look in. Right now, it is a 2 versus 2 on the bomb site. In fact, they changed their mind completely, and they instead save.
Yeah, I feel like it's the right call. 2v4, you don't really have that loss bonus built up, which actually is going to make the next round a little uncomfortable. But your chances were so low. You'd rather have the AK with a bit of util and the AWP into the next round if you can.
Counter-terrorists win.
That's cool. I mean, the aggression out towards A didn't really matter so much because AIM got the 2K over onto onto B, sorry. So, and I'd be kind of winning on both fronts.
I think it did matter in regards to, by putting pressure over towards A water and Milo communicating, they've taken all of this, they've smoked me off, I can't see a thing. That accelerates the play from ENCE Athena in towards B in the first place. So that pushes them into AIM's crosshair, where otherwise they might have slowed things down. They might have then redeployed smokes differently. A whole world of opportunities. Obviously, we can speculate, but the reality is they go in towards B main, they get shut down. And I think that's what NIP need to do. They need to take complete control of all of these engagements. You need to set up the tempo to a point where it's you taking the aggression and you're being the one pushing back. It's almost like boxing, where you're trying to take control of the center of the ring. You're trying to be the aggressor and push ENCE Athena away, kind of against the ropes, and force them to work with very limited map control.
Yeah, cool point about this run as well is they did the same smokes. They didn't actually follow it up, but it's almost like outside smokes for the T side in the way that CT's through the smokes to take control of A water, because you're kind of setting the precedent that that threat could be there. Makes them respect the smokes and allows for NIP to have earlier position elsewhere.
Oh.
We cool.
For real.
For real.
I think also by throwing that smoke, just to kind of even get more nerdy with it, that also allows your dark players to go in towards water instead. So then you're changing the angle of approach while still doing the same thing. But whilst I'm kind of gushing about strats and technicalities, Zia is just obliterating NIP with the AWP. That's 2 kills already, making a 3rd. Fantastic stuff from Zia, the newest member of ENCE Athena, leading by example.
Still holding down the angle as well, and it's where they're coming from. The shot is baited out, and she has to reload, relying on her teammates now. Baldy goes down, does the damage, and a leg shot as well. Zia doing everything at the moment. Time is an issue. Qiyarah is charging on forward, finds the first kill. Bomb planted, a chance, and a headshot from Qiyarah. That is supreme.
Huge from Qiyarah. I really like the fact that she closed the space down on the AWP. Zia's missing the shots, feeling uncomfortable because she's on low HP. Can't really take all of these angles either. And that bomb needs to be committed down. That leaves her isolated. Qiyarah closes the gap and creates new, difficult headshot angles to be able to hit from default. And clutches up when it matters most. Really essential round for NIP.
After she got legged as well, right? So she's sitting there on 15 or so health points. Had to be the perfect headshot onto the planter, and it was.
Shout for the
Oh,
nades.
look at those HEs.
Oh. Look at that shot. Okay, well, the Glock becomes an AWP for about a second. Qiyarah, again, still stuck, but it's fine. oxycet wanted to hunt that kill to gain some space, but he's completely overwhelmed. Waldy, last player standing, gets measured by Qiyarah. 6 rounds plays 5. NIP have brought this one right back.
Potential for a 6-6 half as we go into the final round of the half. NIP off the back of Qiyarah's heroics. Now close to evening things up with ENCE. I've been very impressed by what ENCE Athena have shown so far. Zia in particular. A few massive rounds from her.
I think this is faster. At least it was out towards dark. The spam from Qiyarah is immaculate. Milo is living on a prayer right now. Waldy gets up close. The utility's not really doing too much apart from acting as a little bit of an intimidation. But ENCE Athena, Qiyarah's now taken a more passive angle just to jiggle and potentially relocate in case she comes under pressure. This flashbang, though, it's about to go in, and ENCE Athena are about to go through. But that's why she's playing so deep, because it doesn't affect her, and she finds nearly 2 kills.
Almost Waldy. Just the headshot, but no kill. They're split into the 4-on-4. Waldy's existence here is a threat. She might just choose to park on it, keep NIP occupied. Although that incendiary, okay, it's not going to be thrown. They're going to go back over towards A. ASTRA has posted up a bit more aggressively here. Flashbang comes through. She's not going to budge. In fact, gets further forward, has the support of the rifler by her side, and, well, might need it. Zia gets the kill and just leaves. Fails out of there, and then it's oxycet's time to step up. They knew exactly what that setup was. Beautifully dealt with. And now it's just Jenkin and Naomi, 2 versus 4, and, well, oxycet makes it none. A 7-5 half for ENCE Athena on Anubis.
La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. Mon amour à jamais que ne s'égare. Les beaux jours sans regret de notre histoire. Les baisers déposés, ton regard sur mon cœur et ma bouche d'ivoire.
Very close scoreline here between ENCE Athena and NIP on ENCE Athena's map pick of Anubis. My concern right now for ENCE Athena is that they had this game in the palm of their hand and they didn't really put NIP to bed when they could have. And now there's an opportunity, a window for them to make it back in this game.
They're happy at the very least to pick up the lead at the end. Definitely felt like ENCE set the tone in the first half. An interesting setup. 4A. That is unusual and definitely not something NIP will be expecting. Although that smoke, a split to B here would be beautiful and maybe they were expecting it.
See you later. All the way through. Waldy can hit all of this. Obviously, bomb's going to get planted. It's a 5-on-5, but not in the after plant because immediately Milo finds Jenkin. You got Zia here as well. That's an awkward fight. Tries to go back and forth, but Waldy will finally strike from CT. Astra and Qiyarah are trapped in dark.
Have to fight their way out, and with one falling, it leaves it all onto ASTRA, and they're going to try and overwhelm. Oh my god, ASTRA! Oh my god, ASTRA! How has she done that?
Yeah, that one's astronomical. My goodness me. Let's look at this again, because it looks from this scenario, right? 3 versus 2. In fact, a 1 versus 3. There's no chance. There's no hope for ENCE Athena. Called an ambulance, but not for ASTRA.
I think she might just be the best USP player in Impact. I'm going to say right now. Remember that ace last season?
Oh my. I'm speechless. That has left me stunned and has left ENCE Athena shell-shocked. Definitely one of those rounds they shouldn't have been losing. You think back to that one, you think back to the Qiyarah 1 versus 2 where she's on 10 HP. It's these fine margins. But that's the difference between 7-7 and potentially 9-5.
Well, at 7-7, that's when we get the guns out for ENCE Athena. 5 M4s versus 4 Galils and a Mac 10. So certainly outclassing them in the weaponry department, not in the utility department. This is the bonus for NIP. Lost nobody against the USPs.
Here we go. This is... It's a fun time on Anubis. Manka dealing with a lot of pressure right now. Meanwhile, on things, ENCE Athena have not got a player in towards middles. They have to be careful about that. They've currently got Waldy just holding for a temple creep. And that's why you've got Milo as well out towards the A pillar, just holding for camera. But no one's interested in NIP. So the middle of the map is completely open for the taking.
Bit of regressing towards dark. Qiyarah and ASTRA are here. ASTRA not quite able to find the kill, and Qiyarah falls in the swing. ASTRA's now stuck. lot of damage done, but they are going to evacuate. They're happy with their kill. So ENCE get the opener. And they're very split up on the defense. So if NIP do hit fast, and it does look like they are going to, they've found the opener onto Milo. Oxycet is still here, tucked in behind Cake, forced on forward, gets the kill, and another as well. They've locked this one down.
I think that's a new peak in CS2 as well. It's the fully commit to the fight peak, where normally you'll jiggle on an angle, you'll find a different area. Oxycet is just right in the middle of the open, even with that one there onto Naomi, feeling so confident in the aim, knowing that she'll have the split-second advantage, and claims 3 of those kills. ENCE Athena, yeah, sure, it's the bonus for NIP, but they hold their ground really well.
Nice stuff. The NIP now have to at least upgrade to the AKs. So slightly better going into this round. Without the buffer, you lose this one, suddenly might be looking at double digits. Smoke goes a little awry. I think that's actually maybe going to give Manka a bit of space on the right-hand side, but she's not going to try and look ahead of it anyway. We'll blow it, though, for a bit of a peek and a bit of information gathered.
Yeah, look at this. The nades are blowing open this smoke so often. Manka's got to be quite careful. We'll reload a new magazine and now put down one of her own. Qiyarah's got the bomb, so this gets a little bit risky for NIP if she is going to fall in a second. But given their positioning, it currently looks like they're thinking about this B split. Naomi and Jenkin, they're going to go over towards B main. Everyone else is going to come in from dark.
It's a great setup for ENCE. So they've completely given up mid. They're playing very passive. They've got a player on A that's just holding through there. It's given them more presence over towards B, but the first player falls. Qiyarah on the entry, charging on through, wanting to fight on towards Obelisk, and Waldy takes her down. Zia in the backside, standing tall as well. 3 versus 3, she'd love another, but it is denied to her. Bomb will be planted. And Milo and Oxycet, they're traveling up together. This avenue can be blocked off, but no, a flash forward wanting to fight. The flames go down, they can get ahead. No, gonna sit back. Locked out at the moment, and a difficult decision to go for this retake. Suspect without finding a clear path through dark, they're out of there.
Yeah, this is the correct decision. Especially with the incendiary and the follow-up flashes, it makes ENCE Athena think that NIP wants to fight for this control and actually swing around the corner. That's what ASTRA is doing now, but it's too late. They've got out of there. They'll hold on to both of these M4s. It's definitely the right call moving forward for this economy, but it allows NIP a guaranteed pathway to equalize the scoreline yet again.
Very back and forth, and that's what I want to see. It's great for obviously the entertainment value, but also great for the ENCE to be coming through and playing so strongly against what you would consider as one of the best teams out there. Actually very excited this team's future, if not their present. Oh, look at this. Aggressive HEs, they're charging through them. Oxycet with the double. They go 2 for 2 off that aggressive peak. If a third player hadn't been close by, they would have come out ahead.
Yeah, that was audacious, I think is the correct adjective there, but it works out. It somehow goes even. The issue is you're now spreading your defense really thin. See that Zia has had to leave B because of the space that Waldy's got out B main. It's actually the worst thing in the world. But currently with Milo taking aggression in towards mid, that's left a red carpet rolled out for NIP to walk on towards A. I think Zia has just spotted this, and well, if she didn't see it, then she'll definitely hear the bullets coming through. Will get dealt with, and ASTRA will trade out. Waldy now left alone in the 1 versus 2.
You kind of feel like you want to go for this. 1v2 is certainly doable. This smoke going to cause some issues. Oh, the re-smoke as well. Door slam shut. Baldy cannot afford to give it a look in. She definitely would have poked her nose in had that smoke been allowed to fade. You find a kill, suddenly it's on. But instead, NIP are going to step into the lead. there's that new 10-second warning, if you hadn't heard it already during the broadcast. A very distinct change to the beeping as you get down to those final 10 seconds.
Very fun, very cool. Something that we're obviously going to get used to as well, just hearing that one on broadcasts. I need to keep my ears out for it because it didn't actually register with me. I'm sure there'll be more chances to hear it. This buy is really awkward. Dip their pennies in too much into this one. Just set the rifle up a wall can achieve.
Currently just hanging out on the B-bomb site. It's a flashbang on Manco. I don't know whether they want to maybe go for an aggressive peek just to get the information. Wouldn't mind setting out even one of the pistol players. Followed up with the rifler. No, they're just going to sit quiet. And NIP decided A is the play. They should have a pretty good idea of what the economy feels like at the moment for ENCE. And A is often the side that is the least defended, and it's going to be the right call. They are going to get ahead of this utility, but it's just Milo. With all the utility that NIP have thrown down, there's not really any way to disrupt this plant. You can certainly throw some bodies at the retake.
Yeah, why not? I like that. Careful placement from Jenkins to make sure the smoke doesn't blow up to give an unexpected peek over towards heaven. Naomi now holding and trying to secure. Jenkins would love to farm up some cash on this MAC-10, but only finds one. Aldi getting some work done with the rifle, and Manca as well. Currently, we're into a 1 versus 2 here. Issue is that the pressure really is on Manca to try and tap things out, and Naomi will swing her. But still, a very expensive round for NIP. I just heard that 10 seconds as well. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, once you notice it, you really notice it. Like the face in CT spawn.
They're everywhere, not just in CT spawn.
The faces are out to get you.
I know there's one in dark, there's one in camera.
And there's one behind you.
No.
That's the one weapon you don't want to have when you spot a player at that range. So Jenkins just going to get the info. Drop some util, keeping them interested. The MAC-10 positioned here, to me, definitely implies that they want to go for a B hit. Maybe they're just showing some presence. They are backing out now.
I like this in towards mid with as many players as possible. Because you're enabling yourself for good trade space. And Waldy walks through this. It could be scary, but needs to support her teammate. But Qiyarah finds both. Suddenly, this leaves Milo all alone on this bomb site. Just having a little peek. Will find aim. Now can transition on towards Qiyarah. Good finds. Very important. Makes it a 2 versus 2. And ASTRA is only left with 1 HP.
How does ASTRA survive that? She's so lucky. Zia can't find her either. Surely you're going to catch her now. And the AWP is overkill, but gets the job done. Jenkins in the back of the site. 1 versus 2. Should know where both these players are. Spots the first. Great jiggle. Zia's presence was known up and towards heaven. It all comes down to the timing. Who finds who first? The spray does not quite connect. And ENCE will find their 9th.
Really impressed with Zia. The fact that she's clutching up. She's now up to 18 kills as well. Highest performing on the server, bar Qiyarah, who's just 1 kill ahead. It's just really good to see. Very impressed as well. The fact that Milo is able to get 2 kills there, isolates it on towards aim, and then takes the immediate swing on towards Qiyarah, knowing that her time is limited. Very good pickup, because that makes that 2 versus 2 possible.
So many high-impact rounds coming in from Zia. Things you'd love to see. Hitting the ground running with this squad.
Did you mean things you'd love to see?
Things you'd love to see, yeah.
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 Nice.
How many times are we going to get that one in?
just one. Manka tries to get one in round the corner of that smoke, but it doesn't quite pay out. Astra now waiting patiently for that nade. Can't see anyone temple, but there's a player dark, there's a player by glyph. Manka still lying in wait here. The gap on this smoke, I think, is a bit deliberate by NIP to try and give them a uneven fight on towards Manka and try and really entice her deep in towards dark so that the player on the B bomb site can be isolated.
Astra's waiting. Smoke forward to CT. Starts to push herself forward, and Qiyarah, be given a lot of space, starts to scale on through. Jekin finds one, Qiyarah the other. And it's the knockout punch. KO, one from each angle. Zia's closing towards dark. She managed to creep on forward with the AWP. Aim. She calls the angle, doesn't spot her out, but I don't think she's going to extend any further. Now Zia, she does extend further. Never mind. And you kind of don't want to lose that AWP here. You keep 3 alive and, you know, you can contest into the next. Now you're kind of like, well, do we force? Do we concede 12? Questions.
I'm really giggling there because it looked like, as we swap back to AIM's perspective, Naomi is like elevated up, just staring at her like, why have you done that? Why have you gone for such a wide peak on towards the AWP? But it worked out, and you're right, it does a lot of economic damage. I feel like here, if you're ENCE Athena, you know you get to 2,900 into the next round anyway, you save. And I know it's going to be a conversation piece that needs 30 seconds, but my immediate reaction is you just play for OT, because if you invest into this and supposing you win, you're still setting yourself up for failure later down the line. It feels really awkward. Whereas if you can have all the utility, something that they've been really prioritizing a lot in their gun rounds, it makes the most sense just to work with these rifles. And they've been getting a lot done on the lesser weaponry rounds anyway.
First pause, actually, that ENCE Athena have brought through as well. It's interesting. Given that, you know, you can kind of use those pauses a bit freely, given NIP probably won't use them or will use them very rarely compared, given the coaching situation. Regardless, they have opted just for a lighter buy. So they're playing for OT. Unless they can make something happen with what they've got.
Yeah, unless NIP slip on the banana peel.
You never want a nip slip.
No. No, you don't. Naomi in middle has got all of this space. For goodness sake. And she can walk through camera and backstab A main players, or potentially backstab B. The world is Naomi's oyster. Although the decision might be made a little bit easier with AIM already tucked up here. Are they going to clear? Yes, they are. AIM will get dealt with. That's a good find. And now the bomb is stuck trying to get over towards A. You can probably hightail it through middle, but oxycet's got a gap in the window.
It's free AK as well. Oh, oxycet would love that fight. Looking for it.
You can't get Naomi walking back in here. Yeah, I feel like she still missed the timing, though. So I feel like Milo can just do that. I think Naomi had to be a little bit more proactive there, rather than trying to cut off rotates. Need that safe pathway through for the bomb.
Yeah, this is really awkward.
It's 20 seconds.
Yeah, they have to go into A. The good news is only 2 players here. But both have rifles. One falls. And the second, critical kills. And NIP are going to arrive in time for the bomb plant. Things got a little hairy, but it's just the pistols now in the retake. No armor on them, but 1 kill comes through. Waldy with a USP. This would be something phenomenal. And it's not going to happen tonight. NIP onto map point.
Please take 30 seconds, NIP, right now. Like, that was a massive sigh of relief there, but that is ridiculous. I cannot believe it. It comes down to 20 seconds and they're trying to go on towards A. They're going into the place where it actually has all of the rifles for ENCE Athena. I cannot believe they've been able to recover that, but fair play to NIP. They've now got 3 chances to close out the game in regulation. Pressure's on for ENCE Athena on their map pick.
But doesn't stop them getting aggressive. Smoke and flames, and AIM is caught off. All of the control conceded as well. You can see immediately NIP, they need to take space elsewhere, and they've done so into mid. A lot of players on A for ENCE currently, and they're going to be circumvented. This is a little weird, very pacey from NIP. They are not slowing down, making no silence as they come through, just charging on in. Qiyarah, big kill.
Oh,
But 2 versus 4. Oh, Waldy. He is forced back. But with Qiyarah falling, it's all onto ASTRA. She might be given some opportunities. You should know roughly where she is then. First one's free. Second one doesn't quite connect the leg. So close. And the pistol can't quite connect. ENCE continue to fight.
I think NIP are making a number of mistakes in these rounds, and just positionally where they're putting the C4. Because I feel like where they've lost that space out towards A aggressively, you can reset in towards middle, I think that's correct, but they try and accelerate the play through middle because the bomb on Qiyarah is all the way out of B main, and it means it needs to commit there. They've also lost a player obviously out towards the A canal, so there's a timing on them to get through just in case ENCE Athena want to flank and go in towards their spawn. So they're always committed in towards the B ideal, whereas if the bomb was on the pack in towards mid, they could have slowed things down and played a much calmer mid round. It felt like it was all chaotic based on the C4 placement.
So yep, gets the open on Naomi. The jiggle came through. The orb wins that one out. First time we've really seen the presence from ENCE in mid early on with the orb. Now looking like a B hit coming through. Smoke's lying deep. Manka's going to have a lot on her hands, and 2 players swing on through. Too many to handle. Waldy steps up for 1. 3 versus 3. NIP, despite the disadvantage, have managed to even things back out.
This feels fine as long as AIM doesn't lose their gunfight in dark. As long as she remains patient, then it should be completely fine. Remember, the pressure is on ENCE Athena to defuse this bomb. It's not on you to go swing in. And she has taken this fight. This is really risky. It is burning valuable seconds off this clock, though. 2 players have got a kit for ENCE Athena. They could try and walk their way through. Milo should have aim dead to rights, and she does. That means that there's space for ASTRA to get neutralized, and it's all on Jenkin. A 1 versus 2, but time, it is running out. Lost in the source a little bit is Zia, but now she's committing to it. Jenkin on the Glock, can't find her. Bomb gets stuck. ENCE Athena are so close to forcing OT.
That smoke was so clutch, and the fact that Zia also gets onto it on a bit of an off angle. She's not sitting like close to it next to the pillar. No, she's off to the side. The bomb's not planted default as well, which makes it a little bit harder just to kind of find through the smoke when you're spraying it. Only had a half clip left. And again, another massive round from Zia. She keeps pulling these clutches out. That one's just the ninja defuse, but still, the decision making is all there. And now just 1 round in it, a chance for overtime. And ENCE have the advantages.
They're not going to be out the gate here. It looked like for a second they were contemplating it. Instead, want to reroute in towards middle. Just with the presence of utility alone, you're trying to disrupt the B-bomb site, bring at least 1 player over towards mid. That would be Waldy trying to support out oxycet. And now you've got this pinch. Remember, with mid space, you still don't need to commit into any bomb site. You're just trying to keep these players occupied to let the extremities work. In this case, it's aim on the Mac-10 out A. It's Jenkin and Qiyarah out on B. Decent smoke thrown in by Waldy. That gives a lot of time for ENCE.
Ooh, nice kill from Waldy. Over the top of that smoke, just puts out Naomi. One way is here to stay. Player advantage for ENCE, but aim. Oh, she would have loved the double. One, and information for ENCE. Just the sole player over towards A. And that smoke lands at a perfect time, has to be blown open. Qiyarah's already past it. She's already charging in, and she is taking names. ASTRA as well, Qiyarah, a knockout blow, and that's it. They've done it. An explosion onto B, and NIP take the map.
I think it's actually a really clever grenade thrown in by Jenkin. Because although it blows open the smoke to allow you to peek, the last thing you expect is for Qiyarah to actually be beyond it and already flanking you whilst your attention is complete.